Hello everybody. It's gonna be the video about Pluto, the transition, the transformations of what's going on with Pluto. Why we're paying attention to this little rock out in the sky. What's the effect of it in the astrology? Um, I talked to a lot of people today on a Facebook. I also spend a lot of time on a Facebook answering people, helping people, specifically the part of the twin flames, simply because that's what I do. Um, I wrote this post on a Facebook, Zoet, and it begins like, if you don't change by love, you will be changed by a pain. And I explained this to, actually there was two twin flames that I explained this to them because they asked me, Dio, why do we suffer? Why do we go through all this crap? Why is this pull and push? I spoke with someone today that she's married, she's out in a different country, but she's from a different country that she get connected with her twin, and she's like, everything was perfect, everything was great, everything was just dream come true. It's the prince came in, even though I start facing the challenges. They are married, I have a kid, and that my husband is having a job and we have a social status and stuff. So that she was not even able to talk to me. She was just texting me over through the chat, to the private messaging kind of Facebook. And she asked me the question why there is this push and pull between the twin flames. The push and the pull, it's the part of understanding that when they're pushed away, they go to do their work, their realization, that they have to be pulled back. And all this push and pull, it creates this alignment within the twin flames until they get enough and they decide, you know what, I've been finding all excuses in the world not to be with my twin flame. Enough, it is enough. I need to go ahead and do what I need to do, because simply when you have enough, it's enough, and that is the part of it. But people go through these transition times, people go through these transformation times, and astrologically the energy that comes in, it is Pluto the one who does this transformation processes. This part of transformation does it. I want to read you what I wrote it on the Facebook, and we're gonna go from there. Simply right now Pluto is still a retrograde mode, but he's gonna be kind of like a stop in the sky, and I will go through it with you. He's gonna go direct on my birthday, which is October 6th, and thanks God, I'll be over in Boston celebrating my birthday party as my soul family. So let me read you what I wrote. If you can't be changed by love, you will be changed by pain. The main reason for the pull and push between twin flames, that it's the rejection to be changed from the spark of love, will lead you to learn the love through pain, suffering, missing, anger, hate, to realize you're rejecting yourself. I keep being asked the same question, why we reject or being rejected. You and your twin is not ready to living the truth. All you have to do is be your truth from soul, rest will be from universe. The transformation is a process and actions where a realization has been understood and plan of action has been made up. The soul know how to transform you. All you need to is to find the courage to silence everyone and begin listening to your soul. More on the video for this transformation. So here's Pluto, if you wanna look at that rock. The part of this comes in from over and over and over. It's been already going on pretty much over 2+ years that I came out publicly out as a twin flame and helping a lot of twin flames. And a lot of the people who's been for a very long time in a journey, they finally understand and put the pieces together. I do help a lot of twin flames, and this is what I do. This transformation inside of you, it is about you to understand yourself. You can transform from human point of view to soul way of twin flame. You need to transform. There's gotta be a process of transformation, of change, and that's why this part inside of you just coming up. And when that part comes up, you will go through a lot of things. If you watch the previous two videos, that was the realization and that was the anger, you will understand that realization, it's a very huge process of that part of transformation, but also understanding the anger that's not going to lead you to anything, even in a soul or even in the process of the ego-based anger is not helping you anything. The job is not finished, and that's why a lot of the twin flames, they have this push and pull, simply because the job is not done, and the job's going to get done when the job's going to get done. And the part of the transformation, it's equal as energy. It comes from energy. It comes from somewhere. There is no such a something for nothing. For example, those lights that we have, this is a converted energy from electrons to electric impulses. That those electric impulses are converted to electricity. That electricity, it is energy that you somehow used, and that's how the lights are working. So that's what it goes on. So all our emotions and the changes, they gotta be coming from somewhere. They have to be aligned somehow. And if you look at it the way the solar system is, the solar system is a giant energy, like a generator that creates energy that goes on. And over the years, the astrologers, they've been looking at this energy generator, where is that, and they know what kind of energy will produce. And that's why this part of astrology comes up. So it. Pluto, as I said, is the one who does transformation. When he's in retrograde mode, he goes, and the sky looks like he's moving backwards. It's just an illusion, he's still going forward. But in the sky, for us, he stays coming backwards. And what I mean backwards is the energy of transformations begin to comes up and return us back into the past. So when he is in retrograde mode, he actually moves backwards, like the clock is turning backwards of it. And when the clock is turning backwards, you have this inner visions inside of you of things that happened, things that went through your life, and you begin to understand things that are happening. And now when you understand the things that are happening, you finally getting yourself transformed. You kind of like learn the lessons from that past, and you transform. But you transform in soul. You do not transform in action. And when Pluto goes back in time to the point that you already learn enough, he's already tell everything enough, he stops in the sky. For example, if he begins to retrograde from 1 o'clock, he will come back all the way down to 10 o'clock. And at 10 o'clock will stop, and you will say, okay, you see this? We're going to put you back in the same situation. And you have to perform differently now, simply because you learn. We need to see your transformation, and I'm here to help you transform. If you don't transform by the good way, you're going to be hearing the bad way again. And that's why a lot of the people ask me about this repetition. And that's what that repetition coming from. Simply because you don't learn the lesson, you're going to keep learning and learning and learning over and over. Each planet brings a different lessons. Okay, Jupiter brings your growth. Uranus brings your connection with the universe, the way it goes into. Saturn gives you your limitations, and without limitations, teaching you where you need to go. Mars, it's the proper fight inside of you, the warrior inside of you. That is, are you a fighter with soul, or you a fighter with an ego, and how you to overcome all these parts. Venus is teaching you about love. Where is your love are? The moon is about your emotions. Whatever the moon it is, the moon will teach you with an emotions. And every lessons, by the way, you of that part, it's explaining to you throughout the when the moon goes through the zodiac signs, it's teaching you each individual zodiac signs the lessons of it. That part of new moon, full moon, okay, it's very powerful, because when it's a first it's a new moon, okay, that is when the sun and the moon they're together, and when it comes back across, it becomes full moon and teachings the lesson. The lesson on that way it is that when we are together, we are stay stronger. We learning this lesson. What's gonna happen is when we have to learn the lessons when we are separate, and nothing has to be changed. And that's why when there is a full moon, there is a lot of tensions. But what happens is over time in the sky is a moon. We have 2 new moons on the same sign. And when that happens, the moon begins to be backwards. What I mean is that first, we are learning a lesson of opposing each other until they understand that the same lesson it's coming in for we to be together. That's why the focus right now, it's going to be focused on the transformations of the runner, the person who run away from the truth. And Pluto is wants to transform that part inside of the runners for the truth. A lot of the runners are pissed off because they feel like there is a pressure inside. They feel like something gets put on to them, and they feel like the chaser again is chasing them. Wrong. Right now it's not that part anymore. If you let it go, you understand what I'm trying to say. Right now the universe chasing you twin, and they feel the pressure from the universe, not from you. And Pluto helps that transformation of understanding this process of it. And astrology wise, what's happening is that let's look at it, the tables here. Okay, today is Sunday 17th, and we'll see that Pluto has been stabbed right here at 16 degree and 53 minutes, but he's been there, okay, since Friday. Today he's going to move at 16 degrees 52 minutes, and he's going to stay there until the 20th, which is Wednesday. And then he's going to be on 21st. He's going to be stay in the sky at 16 degrees 15 minutes stationary. What's going to happen with that stationary? He's going to be like it's my stopping point. It is 10 o'clock for me. Now, I teach you in the soul what you need to do. I teach you how you to transform everything in the soul inside of you. Now I'm going to turn everything back, and I slowly going to pressure you to shift so you can begin changes from soul to the actual world. And that is the part when the actions will be forced by Pluto. And a lot of the people, when they comes in and they say, well, dear, why is so bad? Why is so this pressure it feels? What's going on with this? Why is that? Simply because there is a this energy that shifts. And if you're awakened, you know those energies. You probably don't sleep. You feel like an energized bunny. You feel the pressures, you try to talk to someone, and all of a sudden everything goes, he didn't say a word, but everything goes to hell, simply because the vibrations inside of you talk more than words. And for the past week on the astrology report that I said, you gotta be very careful what you're saying when Mercury and Mars are together. Mercury is responsible for your communications, and the warrior, when he speaks, he tries to organize his part into the world right now. And you need to understand that there's going to be some aggravations. There's going to be a people who are going to come in and try to express their anger to you simply because you push their buttons. Well, guess what? It's their anger, not yours. So you try to shift it out there to the people to look inside of them. Okay? But what's happening into that, we're going to be looking at the calendar in October. So here again, Pluto is in direct mode, but he stays there until October the 6th at the 16 degrees 15 minutes. That day he's going to shift, he's going to cross at 16 degrees 52 minutes into Capricorn. And this is going to be the day when he's going to push that power for actions. During that period from today until October 6th, you will be in this part of self-transformation, like the point that an event that is gonna be kind of like a downloaded for you for the next 6-7 months. Is gonna be like, okay, we stopped. Now you understand that part that we taught you. Now you understand everything. It's time to you to seek that overall part of the transformations, simply because we're gonna push you to make the changes. And I will talk more about the astrology reports when I do it, and I will show you the graphs, what's going to happen over this week, and then later on, when I make the astrology report for the next week and so on. So here is that graph for October 5th that Pluto is going to be. And we're going to see something very important, that Mars and Venus, they're going to come together when he shifts, simply because he's going to begin to create the whole planet system is going to create this generation of energy. So finally the masculine and the feminine to be together, the princess and the warrior to be together, and to find their organization and art, simply because we're going to be in Virgo. And a Virgo, just to helping you out, is Virgo is the organization within the material world, compared to Pisces organizations within the spiritual world. You to organize your spiritual affairs. Virgo is to organize your earth affairs. And that transformation is going to be from Pluto. See that blue line? Everything else, as you see it, is going to be blocked. There's going to be like, whatever you're trying to do, it doesn't work. Simply because there is that part right here. And that's why we look, as astrologers, we look at in these maps, and this is how we know that the planetary system that we have generates that energy. So we look at this part, and through that part we present that energy to you. How you going to use it, actually, this energy, that's entirely up to you. You can go ahead and resist all this, or you can go ahead and accept this. That is entirely up to you. And on October 19th, Okay, we're talking about this part right here of Libra. This is gonna be the moment when actually Venus gonna comes in and begin into Libra. That's her home. That is, she's in the house of the love, and this is the part when uh, the feminine will get inside of you, and the love is gonna be entering you. But that's gonna be the moment where this new moon of Libra is gonna be in a very special moon, simply because medium coil or the mid-heaven, it's gonna be there, but opposing the universe. Simply you to understand that your love, your soul relation love, has to go in the proper way. You have to become your truth, which is Saturn is gonna help right here to help you to reach to the universe. Your ego-based universe, it's not gonna work. That part of transformation was also is gonna begin right here with this triangle, and it's gonna be evolved Pluto, Neptune, Saturn, and all this right here. It's gonna be your way of the opening that energy of transformation. This is gonna be the day when the transformation is gonna be focused into. You're gonna learn the lesson when you're together of what you need to do. But before that, you will be learning the lesson when you are separate. And that's gonna be when the full moon, it's gonna be in Aries. We're gonna talk about more about this. What to do from this time till October 6th, from today. You need to understand the process that of change is a spiral, and that process will get you through the same thing over and over, but with different altitude, with different higher level state of existence. And this is why Pluto's gonna move you up. Now, if you hold on to something, Pluto's gonna be bad to you, and Pluto's gonna say, well, I'm gonna remove that. I told you I'm gonna remove it. I show you on the soul I'm gonna remove it, but you didn't understand. You need to stop fighting. You don't. You continue fighting. Okay, I will give you some suffering. I will give you some pain. You try to be your own way. Really? I don't think so. I'm here to transform you. I'm here to help you. But you don't want to listen? I will knock you down. And this is why in astrology, Pluto is known as the worst guy in the planet, the worst part of it. But you need to understand, sometimes you to fix the worst stuff, you have to fight it with the worst stuff therein. Kind of like the homeopathic medicine, you have to fight the same thing with the same thing. Fire with fire, water with water. And that's why Pluto is gonna do things to you that maybe are not gonna be pretty, but what you have to do is focus inside of yourself and trust the journey, because the journey is this. The journey is the soul. The energy is gonna be present. If you're not awakened, all that stuff that I just said, God bless your soul, they don't really matter to you, simply because you don't now resonate on that energy. You don't vibrate on this stuff. You just gotta not apply to you. But if you're a awakened person and you understand what's going on, you understand the life with vibrations, then you know what I'm saying. Don't try to resist. Through Pluto transitions during this time, okay, could be moving to a different country. There could be a moving into different place. There could be a moving to a new job. You could be get fired. You can be get punished. Maybe in family you will end up having a lot of troubles simply because you have to be moved. Maybe you're gonna be have a lot of scandals at home, maybe whatever the situation is, you need to understand that the bad part comes in is to remove it, to transform you to what you are destined for, because destiny is destiny. And big part of this transformation is you to shut up everybody. Pluto's gonna ask you to have this silence inside of you during this time from now till October 6th. You to do your overview. You to have things that make up your own plan. You already learned the learnings, and you have to seek what kind of plan you're gonna put into, simply so Pluto can know what to do to you. And a lot of you is gonna be feeling a little lost. A lot of you is gonna feel a little confused, simply because Pluto, it's in Capricorn. Capricorn is where you learning to create a cardinal changes, because it's a cardinal signs, of you to become your best. Capricorn is a professional, the best, the striving for to be nothing else but the best as you can be. And that part of you to be professional and you to be, it's gonna be infecting inside of you of as an energy during this transformation process, because Pluto is gonna move, but then it's gonna come back again. It's gonna be retrograde in the same Capricorn, and instead of stopping at 10 o'clock, the next time he's gonna be stepping up at 10:30. Okay, and you're gonna learn these lessons over and over again. And anytime when he shifts, he's the slowest shifting planet we have of it. And during this transformation, you have to have a lot of patience with yourself. Don't be with an anger. If you watch the videos anger, you gotta look at it, the both sides of the anger of it, and allow the transformations to mold you to the best as you can be. And that's what it's my message to you, because when you unite everything, you will see that there was no good, there was no bad. It was all about this stupid duality that we have on life. It was all about you to learn how to be love and to look everything from soul, from love point of view. And good luck with your transformations. Be love.